Now, Jaylen Brown got injured severely as he tore his ligament yesterday night, and this was terrible for Celtics fans to take because Jaylen Brown is out for the rest of the season, which is such a terrible, terrible thing to see. A great talent, a great player for the Boston Celtics has just got injured, and now it might be over for the Boston Celtics. Now, in today's video, we will be answering a question. Are the Celtics done? Now that the intro has been cued, let's answer this amazing question that I just thought of yesterday night. Now, Jaylen Brown is obviously injured, and it is very, very bad for the Boston Celtics, and it's their second best player. Now, Jason Tatum has to carry the bag and carry the load, an extra amount of load that Jaylen Brown took. And Jason Tatum has to do a lot for this team, and so does Kemba Walker. I think this team is a great team, but if Kemba Walker does not perform greatly, then we really don't think that this team would be good. Because then Jason Tatum would have to average 40 points per game. So this all relies on Kemba Walker's performance. Will he be the Charlotte Hornets' Kemba Walker? Yes or no? We don't know that, but he can be that, and he is capable of being that nice of a player. Kemba Walker has to carry a lot of load, just like Jason Tatum. He's a great leader on the floor. Now we just need to see if he could play like his old self on the Charlotte Hornets. And I really miss Kemba Walker playing great basketball. It's probably all up to him and Jason Tatum. You obviously have Marcus Smart, the part of this team. You have all those players, but you also have to take into account that Jaylen Brown is injured and the Boston Celtics are probably going to get eliminated in the first round. Now, Boston Celtics have to match up against an amazing team, and it's probably going to be the Brooklyn Nets if they are able to maintain the 7th seed, or maybe if they go get the 6th seed. But there's only a couple of games left, and it's not looking good for the Boston Celtics right now. And if they make it to the playoffs, and that's even a concern. We don't even know if the Celtics are going to make the playoffs. But if they do make it to the playoffs, then the Boston Celtics have to go against the Brooklyn Nets, or maybe even the Milwaukee Bucks. We do not even know about that yet. So, the Celtics are basically done, and many other people think that they should really just stop the season. The Boston Celtics should not even try in the playing tournament, should be like the 9th seed or the 10th seed at the end of the season. If that happens, that will be a big disappointment. And people are saying that so they could get a high draft pick. In my opinion, that is not a good idea. That's just because the Boston Celtics, even though they are good at drafting, they got Peyton Pritchard, there's still a chance that they will get like a bad player. Like the other year, they got Romeo Langford. He's not playing that good. This year, they kind of got lucky, and they got Peyton Pritchard. And if they want a good draft pick, then they would have to get it, and that's very, very hard to get. A good draft pick is very, very hard to get. It's not an easy thing. The odds to be a great player in the NBA is very, very low, and getting a great pick and getting a good player is also very, very low. And they would not even get a good pick. They'll probably get the 14th pick again. And if they do so, then they would not even be able to draft a good player. Since 14th pick is basically one of the last lottery picks, and it could be a good role player, maybe Corey Kispert or something. But I don't really like Corey Kispert, and that's too late in the draft. You really have to get a gem in the draft. And for the Boston Celtics, that will be something very, very hard to do. Now, the Boston Celtics didn't even make that good offseason move. Although they got Evan Fournier with their, gift card exception, he's been averaging 12 points per game off the bench. He's a good bench player. But other than that, they didn't really do anything else in the offseason. Go for a big player. They should have probably just waited till the offseason and go get a big player. Because it would be way easier. This season could be wasted, and they could have got a good draft pick this season and also waited till the offseason to get a great player. If that happens, that would be crazy. Imagine them signing a great player in this offseason or trading for one. They have that gift card exception. They had that, and it was the best gift card exception in NBA history. And a gift card exception is basically a really, really good thing for you, and you can get a lot of players from that gift card exception that the Celtics had, and they ruined it by getting Evan Fournier. They thought they would get super far with Evan Fournier. That is not happening. The Celtics are getting eliminated in the first round, and it's going to be a tough journey for the Boston Celtics with Danny Ainge not making any moves. I think Danny Ainge is overrated. Anyways, tell me your comments below. Tell me your thoughts in the comment section below, and peace out, my friends.